Town of Granby, May 14th, 2019, Granby Conservation Commission. 7 o'clock, we will start with the building and Board of Health permits. Linda? First one.
Rich McCarthy? Are you here for?
No, I'm here for the swell on 229
Okay,
Street.
next then.
Jeff Marslack?
Yes.
Can you please come up?
What's the property location?
268 Bachelor Street.
268 Bachelor, and type of project?
Pool.
Pool, okay, thanks.
Do you know the size?
18 by 33.
Above ground?
Yes.
Okay. Just take a look on the maps real quick.
Okay, I gotta open up the wetland one.
I can't see that. It's got this guy right here.
Yeah, oh, there it is, there's
Okay.
something there.
Zoom out.
Yeah. It's like, it's a pie-shaped lot? It's kind of a funny shaped lot?
Odd shape.
Oh, it's a okay, that's it then, okay. And,
Trying to get my bearings, where's the next cross?
yeah, is there a house on the property currently?
Yes.
All right, let me just put the base map on. I think the hybrid map should show it. Yeah, there it is, okay.
And how do you spell your last name?
MISLAK.
Yeah, normally we have access to that TV set, but not tonight.
It's going behind the house?
Yes.
Okay, and how many feet behind the house?
It is 25 feet behind us.
Okay, you have a little clearing there, so you're not cutting any trees down?
It's going on grass?
Yes.
Existing grass, okay.
All right, so that should be okay then.
Looks okay to me.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
don't know.
fine.
Is that the pond?
No, that's, there's a little wet area somewhere.
You wanna-
Let me
you
go
wanna-
to the other base map.
The other thing you may want to check is the flood.
Yeah, oh yeah, good point, Ed.
How do you get flood elevation?
Yeah. Oops,
You got the wrong layers.
yeah, I know.
Do we have a cord that I can bring over to you? And plug it in, and then I'll go on that?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, if you get the HDMI, I think there's a long HDMI cord. Oh, actually, there is something pretty close there.
Yeah, that's an isolated one.
Yeah,
But it's going on grass anyways.
yeah, so it's going on your, in the wooded area to the right, going into your driveway, there's some wet areas, there's a little wetland in there?
Yep.
Watch,
Okay,
before, you have a map.
Yeah,
You-
yeah,
Just
come
watch
on.
the cords. So you don't trip
So I
yourself.
put this together off of
Oh.
Oliver.
oh, okay, oh, that's good, okay.
Thank you.
Will this make it there?
So is this your house? Or your
Mine's right here.
Oh, okay. Pretty much what they have.
Will this plug in?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, you'll have to turn the TV set on one day, thanks. And then I think you got to search for the input.
Turn it on. See this light? The idea? I turn it on?
Yes,
Not a clue. Alex, show you. There you go.
There we go. All right. It's on smart TV.
very good, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
No problem.
Thank you.
Here. Thank you for bringing that in. If you want to put the photo on,
Flood.
ortho photo.
And they're supposed to have a conference coming up. They're talking about
And you're going to, if you want to just point on the TV.
Yeah, I wish I
where you're
had the
going.
laser pointer.
their,
Right here.
Okay.
Roughly off this part of the house.
Okay, that's fine. So
The grass.
let's go back to the other one. And that's, yeah, so he's obviously away from
Yeah.
that, so that should be fine.
I don't have an issue, I'll make a
I don't,
motion.
yeah, I don't think it even warrants a site visit. I move we approve it.
To approve for a 18 by 33 above-ground pool directly behind the house. Second, any seconds?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye,
Do you have a
very
building
good.
permit? That looks like it right there. So, yeah, that's.
I think it goes under it.
Yeah, well, possibly,
I don't know how you
yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, we gotta, it's gonna be a lot of work.
You should be able to start.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other building permits?
Brian?
Yes,
Brian?
Brian Sullivan. I'm here for my daughter, Victoria Sullivan. It's 76 Pleasant. She's looking to put an extension on an existing detached garage in the back. It's for horses. There's a picture of the existing garage
Okay.
and then drawings. Now, they told me to come here first. I hope I'm in the right order. Okay.
And it's for Patricia?
It's for Victoria.
Victoria.
Yes, she's the homeowner.
And overall size of it looks like it comes out 12,
12 by 25.2,
so it's gonna come out 12 feet here,
12 feet this way.
this way?
Correct. This is the very back. The house is over here. And so it'll come out like this.
Oh, okay.
12 feet.
By 24?
20, 25. Sure. Looks like it's 12 point, that's on page 2. You see there's the looking into it.
Okay, so you're across from Western Builders, kind of.
What happens
To
where
the left of the
Yeah.
Legion.
Yeah, I got you.
we lost our signal?
Yeah, no, I can do this, hold on. Okay, all right, so that's it there. And then we'll look
Right,
at,
so here's the garage.
yeah,
It'll be right here.
okay, so let's look at the,
Where's the feed store? Is that couple, that's even further.
further.
That must be
that's
that
way
big
up,
one
yeah,
there.
that's way up, that's way up. Oh, yeah, that's a grassed area, it's totally a
Yes,
grassed
it's
area.
a 2.5 acre yard.
So you've been mowing that's been
She
mowed?
just did it.
Okay, all right, I think that's fine, no problem there.
Okay.
Make a motion,
Make a motion, we approve
What about
this.
flood?
check the flood.
Yeah, I'll check that. Hold on, stand by.
Because they're talking about how we're getting the 100-year flood every 2 to 3 years
Well, I
now.
know, well, that's climate
Well, this
change.
one, right?
Yeah,
That's climate change. FEMA flood map, most current. Flood zones. Ed, should this just show up like this? Or do I have to do anything special?
Is it refreshing? Zoom out?
Whoops.
It's okay.
Oh,
There you go, you're out, there's the zone right there.
all
okay.
right, okay.
Oh, I see, okay, all right, very good.
Because I
Yeah.
didn't know if it connected to that
There's-
other.
Yeah,
that's
I'll
clear.
just
Okay.
show you there.
All right.
Yeah, there it is, right there. So
Yep.
sure you're all
Right.
right. Okay, very good, thank you.
So the motion
You
can,
keep that?
no, you can have all this back. Thank you. Motion to approve a 12 by 25 by Bill on addition to a garage on grass.
Second?
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Is the next process just to go to
Do you have
town
a
hall?
permit?
I don't have anything. They told me to come here first, so I'm wondering if I'm
Well, you need a building permit, so you're gonna have to go in the morning and see Greg Briggs, building inspector.
okay. Great.
And he usually comes in and, he's
Do I
usually
write
pretty
down?
early.
Yeah, yes, I could.
Do we,
Even 8 o'clock he might.
do we have an extra one of those permit things laying around?
We should,
At least that, because he'll have to come back to our next meeting in 2 weeks. We should just print out a bunch of just that sheet, because that's all we're.
I know that, you're right.
Save the trip back, hopefully.
If not, I'll come back.
Yeah, we don't, it doesn't.
She works second shift, then, so she would have been here, so. See Greg Briggs in the morning, get the paperwork, and then come back here in 2 weeks.
Yes,
Yes, there's the sign off on.
Thank you,
thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other building permits?
Are you Crystal?
I am,
Come on up.
okay.
Crystal Dufresne from Charter Day,
Charter Days.
and they want to do something regarding fueling up some equipment or something?
Yes, so we are going to have, for January 14th, 15th, and 16th, a trackless train. They're coming in from Vermont.
January?
Did I say January? June.
June.
I apologize for Charter Day. I'm like, January, did I say?
That's
So
really
it's June,
pre-planning.
yeah, June 14th, 15th, and 16th. And so it's a trackless train, so it runs on diesel. And he's going to need a big enough area where one can park his truck and his trailer. Thank you, sorry. And he said it's about 30 to 40 feet long, give or take. And he's gonna also need to refuel. So I was thinking for space-wise, near the tree line at the front of 202, but I was told that that's usually a wetland area. Yep,
You better advise him, that could be very, very wet out there. So
okay.
he's got to figure out where he's going to run this thing.
Well,
We
that's
don't want to
what
make it stuck.
I
How
was
about on
told
the
to
other
come
side
to
of
you
where
guys.
the
Kendall Street.
horse areas are?
Let me
Other
follow.
So
side
the
of that
problem with
driveway.
that is we have truck pulls on Friday night. So
Okay.
truck pulls are gonna take over that area.
Okay,
On Sunday, we have tractor pulls, so tractor pulls will take over that area, and he needs to be able to go in there periodically throughout the day, check his train.
and it can't be where, we have the
refuel.
helicopter probably, right?
Right, so the other alternative, once I talked to the Dufresne Park Committee, and they're like, you better go see conservation, was they suggested the Kendall Street, right where the, to the left, you drive in on the Kendall Street, and to the left, there's like a little roundabout kind of area. They suggested there, but they wanted me to check with you guys. I did send an email to the company to find out if they have, what are those mats called, where if the gas,
Oh, the anti-spill maps?
yeah,
For spilling,
the
yes, I was
maps
talking
and
about
stuff.
that.
So I did email them to find out. I haven't received an email back from them yet,
Yeah.
but
Crystal, if you take a look at the map there, you can kind of highlight where you're going to be. There's the site.
yeah. So what we were thinking is
That's the Kendall Street access, bottom
Yeah,
right of
so
the
this is
screen.
coming in, so
Yeah.
we were thinking right here.
Oh, okay. And how many square feet does he need? Was he putting an oval track in or something, or just?
No track. It's
Oh, okay, so,
trackless.
but is he gonna ride in an oval or a circle? or-
He's gonna ride around here, go where the ride side is, come back and loop around, so it also will help people who can't walk this area get from point A to point B. It's $3 to ride it, so wherever they choose to get off, that's their ride, is kinda how we're doing it, cause otherwise he wanted like $3,000 to come for the weekend, which we just can't
Wow.
afford.
Yeah,
So he said he's gonna come on his own and take the chance and just charge $3 per person just to get his name out there, because I guess it's really big in Vermont. So, we were thinking he could possibly have this area right here to refuel, but that means he's coming out, this is the dirt road, right, in between
Yep,
the field. So he would be coming out here, making a loop in the parking lot, which could also help people when they're trying to get to their cars
right.
if they can't walk that far. And then he can make a loop around, come right here, refuel, and then come back around again. So
Okay.
we're trying to make it
Yeah, I like that spot there.
right here.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and our dumpster's gonna be, right here.
only thing is,
That should be in the
I think
plan.
there's a well, I think there's a water supply well next to the pavilion.
Over here.
Yeah, I think there's a wellhead there.
You put the public water supply.
I don't know,
Layer.
I'm not too good at this, you know. I am not too good at this, yeah, I don't know.
Just search under the layers.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here it is, wellhead protection area, here it is.
Yeah, see, this is
Zone-
where I was
yeah,
originally
zone
thinking, but
one.
this is where you guys said it's wet, right?
Yeah, there it is, see the zone one?
Especially with all
See the
the-
zone one right there, that's your zone
Well, he's
one.
out of it though.
Well, hopefully he'll stay out of it.
The pink is the zone, I'm sorry?
No,
No,
just the
that round
pavilion.
circle.
Oh,
Round circle at
okay, Yep. So we put the dumpster here, so he wouldn't be, you mean as far as just driving by it? Because all the cars drive on that
Oh,
road.
there's another what's
Well,
this?
that's the zone two, that's not as critical. See, that's your zone two, and this is your zone, the other one's the zone one, zone two. That's the interim wellhead protection area.
So you mean as far as him refueling right here?
Yeah, it's probably okay. I would not even have him travel in that zone one area. That's kind of a really sensitive area. But the zone two, but again, if he could have some sort of spill protection mat
Yeah.
underneath the unit, because he's gonna dribble some diesel fuel, there's no doubt about it.
Okay.
And we really want to keep that out of the ground, okay? So could you have him do that?
Yeah, we can have him do that. And so you don't want him riding on the road that all the cars are riding on?
Well, be really careful, that's all I can say.
Okay.
But again, when he refuels, make sure he has that protective rubber mat underneath the nozzle and the receptacle on the
Okay.
vehicle.
Okay.
But again, don't let him park in that zone one area. Don't let him
Yeah.
park the vehicle there. If he
No,
wants
he
to
wouldn't
pass
be
through it, let him
parking.
pass through it, but don't park there,
Okay.
please.
And do you think it would be more beneficial to put him towards the tree line over here?
Probably would be a good idea,
I mean, we
probably.
park cars, I was thinking parking wise, we would probably lose a line of cars. And last year Kendall Street filled up and we were halfway into the field on 202 on Friday night because we had the truck pulls and we had
Yeah,
trailer trash.
Yeah, good.
So we might lose our parking in that instance as well, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you take up the corner down there, is that better?
This would be fine, but I also understand having it close to the zone.
I don't think
line.
it's gonna be any further.
Okay,
Put it on the other side.
putting it over here by the trees in the backfield.
Yeah, I'd have it closer to the road, so if we do have a problem, we can get in there. If you go over further, you're closer to the pond,
Right, yeah,
so that's gonna be
Okay.
another problem.
There's no wetlands in that corner. There's-
No, the pond actually does it's like.
It comes
L-shaped.
around.
Right,
I
right.
don't
Yeah,
think
it's
anything near the
L-shaped.
parking area.
yeah.
Yeah,
Again, I would rather take my chances having a little oil spill in the pond than in the ground and affecting that drinking water well. That's my opinion.
the other thought to me was the back corner of that field where you set up, everybody sets up.
Back corner of the field.
That long field, like somewhere in there.
Oh, over
Nope, that one,
this one?
yeah.
I think it's pretty, is it dry there or is it
Yeah,
wet?
it's-
It is, I think we usually end up having the wood carver there. because
I know,
he's
there
very
seemed to be a
noisy.
lot of empty space there the last couple of years, that's what I was thinking.
I think last year we had the wood cutter there, the guy
Okay.
that carves wood,
Okay,
just for noise purposes. We could put it over here if you would rather that here. We would just make sure that we don't put vendors over there,
Yeah.
next to him.
Yeah, maybe that'd be a better idea. That way you don't lose your parking
Okay.
in the main area. You don't lose your-
the other thing is, I was thinking back over here, near the baseball diamond. But yeah, down
right
further towards the road.
Okay.
See that clear area?
This
Or
area
keep
here.
going, nope, right there, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know, what do you guys
The
see?
only thing is during the fireworks on Saturday night, it's closed off. So we
Oh, so
have to
he-
put snow fencing all the way
Oh,
along
so
so
he
that
can't
nobody
get there.
crosses that area. And the fire department sets up right there
Okay,
so that nobody comes over and they have to stay there all day Saturday. I know, it's too bad.
I think we're better off where she suggested the first time, but what do you guys?
I don't see a problem with that either. I mean, you got cars parking there all the time.
Yeah.
Cars are leaking.
Yeah, just as long as you have the anti-spill
Still
mat, yeah,
has-
underneath when they refuel.
And obviously this person is insured.
Yep, he
Yeah.
sent us his insurance
Okay.
policy already, gave it to the selectmen and to the, town administrator.
Okay,
How much fuel is he storing?
That I don't know.
So
I can't imagine that much, I mean,
I wouldn't think so, but.
yeah, I'll ask him.
mean, I don't know if somebody has to clear the fire department for so much fuel storage, so.
He said start with you guys to figure out where to park him, and then talk to Chief Mitchell about the diesel.
Yeah, so that would be the fire department.
So that's Kendall
Okay.
Street.
Yeah, he's not bringing a tanker in, I guess.
No, he's probably just filling up a couple 5-gallon things, but
Probably going
definitely-
back out, filling it up and bringing it back.
Yeah. Because he's got his truck there, and he's gonna be staying there for the weekend, not on the premises, but in the area. Yeah.
Okay? Does that make sense, what
Your,
we're trying to do?
your last
Okay.
name was Dufresne?
Yep, same as the park.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Okay, Crystal,
Thank
good to
you.
see you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Manny's here regarding.
721. Anybody else here for building permits? Okay, let's continue on with administrative duties. Item 1, commentary.
Well, we we still don't have a minute taker at this point, so we have to figure out how to handle that.
Do we have any word from the selectman or town administrator as far as a help?
The latest word is that there will be advertising for the combination planning board conservation position following the second phase of the annual town meeting. They're gonna put that out to bid.
So if that's going to happen, do we want to lose Amanda as a commissioner?
Probably not.
Right.
That's
I don't
right,
know if
that's
she's
right.
gonna go for both.
That's right, probably not.
I don't think she has
understand,
time.
but The idea was that she was going to take,
Be a part-time person for us only, for
Oh,
us.
all right.
And we could still have that, even though we have that combo position.
Yeah.
We could still have Amanda work for us
Mhm.
as a administrative person.
but we don't know what that other position.
Well,
will be,
that's right.
What their job
That's
title
right.
description will be, if they're going to be with us at meetings at night.
I'm guessing they will be.
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm
So,
guessing they will
that's your commentary.
Yep.
We have to post the next meeting.
So 28 February, or, yeah, 28.
There you go.
Yeah, January, no, February, 28 May 2019.
May 28th
Yep,
at 7,
yes,
Carnegie, at the Carnegie Library.
Yes.
1 Carnegie Lane, Old Library. Okay, item 3, approve minutes. At this present time, we have no minutes to approve. Is that true?
I
Correct,
thought-
correct,
yeah, I
yes,
thought
yes,
Amanda
sir.
was gonna type,
Yes.
well,
That's
I don't
fine.
know what's happening with that.
Item 4, bills to pay.
What's happening with, there is this one, this here, do you know if they got their check?
I have no idea.
I think the check went out. I will check. I will check.
It looks like it's been approved.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we
there-
approved
It's in the works. I will actually check with
Are there
Berkshire
any other
Engineering.
bills?
Did you get reimbursed, Wenda, for something that you had asked?
No.
Soils book.
Nope,
The soils
never.
book.
Did you put in for it?
She did. I remember that you brought it in, well, you had brought the books in,
Yeah,
and what was it, $20 or $25 a book?
yeah. I don't know if I brought the form in or not. I'll have to check. I'll have to look for that.
Can you find your invoice from last time for paying that bill?
I thought I brought it in. I know I printed it.
Do you want us to, do you want to contact Kathy and ask her directly?
Yeah, I'll try to contact Kathy.
Any other bills?
I don't think
want me-
so.
I think that's it, Ed.
This is just stuff that was in the front of the folder.
Oh, sorry, Bill, excuse me.
This is stuff that was in front of the folder.
Okay. 725.
And this has to do with like Claude.
Oh, yes, thank you.
So moving on from item 4, bills to pay, to item 5, financial accounts
I
updates.
thought I saw one. 5/6/19.
Okay.
Here's-
So I have looks like a ledger printed, or dated 5/6/2019. 2 pages.
Oh, it's good to, this guy must be here.
So if somebody can understand this and read this in, they're more than welcome to. I could save my life, so.
Sign it that we saw it.
Gotta be a government employee to figure that one out.
That's right.
Private sector guys can't do it.
So I'll make a note that we did receive this financial statement. If we can add this to our binder, please.
Yeah. Do we have a 3-ring punch?
We
for
do,
that? Oh,
somewhere.
yeah. When, if you could take care of that, that'd be wonderful.
Any other?
I was trying to find pictures. This is about to die.
Well, that's why I'm keeping
fine.
this, that's why I'm not
Moving
using
on.
this too much.
Item 6, letter from treasurer,
That's been taken care of, that shouldn't be on
should
there.
be removed.
Yep.
Item 7, approve renewal of 2019-2020 gravel permits.
Looks like we gotta go back out there
So we're
again.
back onto square one.
Yeah.
We should have just delayed the last one.
Do we have those permits in front of us?
I have no idea. I didn't see
They're not in
any,
the
I didn't
folders?
see them in the folders.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
We'll go back to item 7. Item 8, outreach education plan.
I was gonna show you this.
What's that
This is,
fancy
it's
word?
willow herb.
Let's see.
It has like twisted, like long things because they split open.
So is it a wetland plan or not?
Yes, I think it's fact wet.
Is it, really?
I would imagine.
And where did you see it?
It's all over that site.
Oh, the site down,
But
okay,
that's
oh, the one in the
willow
corner.
herb, and
Oh,
it's,
oh,
it has
good to
these
know.
long pods that are skinny.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 2-3 inches long, and then they split and
Is that
pop
the-
open.
Let me type it in. What's the name of it? Willow
Willow herb.
herb? Willow herb. No, NRCS. Here we are. Very good.
Can you put it up on that screen?
Yeah,
If you find a
I'll
picture.
find a picture of it.
Coming up on 7.
Yeah, okay. General. Why is there not a picture of it? No, very poor documentation. Data source and documentation.
7:30. You guys all set for the,
All right, that's it, forget it.
we'll
Maybe
go back to that pretty
if you
quick,
hit
I guess.
photos.
Yeah,
Or images.
yeah.
7:30, guys. We'll be back to that pretty quickly, trust me.
Oh, there's a-
So, 7:30, continuation of RDA filed by the Department of Conservation and Recreation to see whether the work depicted on
Dogwood.
plans references subject to Wetlands Protection Act with regards to property located on Green Meadow Lane in the town of Granby. Is anyone here from Department of Conservation and Recreation, DCR? No one is here for that. I make a motion to continue the meeting until May 28th
American Willow Herb.
at
that's it.
7:30. Motion on the floor?
To continue to next meeting?
To continue, yeah, I thought we were gonna reach out to the Department of Conservation and Recreation, see what's going on with that project.
Yeah.
That's been here since last year. And they've
What they
asked
wanna
for-
do, change some culverts or something? I think they want to replace
It was
3
more-
culverts.
Maybe we just,
Take a
was
bridge
more
up.
than that.
take a
maybe we
bridge
just
out.
take a vote and, to end it. Since we have not lack of
Well,
information and,
let me try to get a hold of,
Technically, they're supposed to ask for
I
continuation.
know
Right.
that. But do you have any contact info for those guys?
I do not.
No.
See, the
We can pull,
problem is-
we can pull that plan out, we can pull
Yeah,
that
all
record
right.
out afterwards.
All right, I'll try
Let's
to,
make one more continuation.
I will.
And,
All right,
is
so
there-
I'll make
there's
the
a
motion.
Motion to continue, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
So, we'll look into that after the meeting, we'll see if we can get some telephone numbers and call them. Item number 2, 7:30, RDA filed by the town of Granby to see whether the area and/or work depicted on plans referenced is subject and/or jurisdiction of the Wetlands Protection Act or municipal wetlands ordinance or bylaws with regards to property located on Forge Pond, known as map 14-B, in the town of Granby. Do we have that RDA?
Is there anyone for that project here? Forge Pond project? No?
Do we have the RDA at least?
I don't
There.
see it. I don't see it.
This is the first.
Are we
I've heard-
supposed to make, this have to do with the water chestnuts? The RDA?
Oh, that's what it is. Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's exactly right.
We had that already filled out, didn't we? Was the previous one.
No, we haven't done it yet, I don't think.
We have to
So-
actually do it.
So we need to continue that.
No, we gotta.
We
have
gotta
to
fill
do
it out. We gotta do it right
Yeah,
now.
okay.
Well, let me do
It's
it.
for the water chestnut.
Yeah, let me do it. Let me
Right.
do it. It's gonna take a few minutes, but let me
So if
do it.
anybody's here for that RDA, it's in regards to the
I
water
thought there were
chestnut.
supposed to be a bunch of people here for them. I brought them all the buckets and stuff, because I went to that
Right.
special meeting.
Yeah, let me just,
So-
I gotta get a Form 2 and fill it in. Hold on. Form 2.
We should have that already filled out from last time.
I
I
know.
didn't think we filled it out.
That's okay, only take a minute to fill out. Here it is, WPA Form 2. Okay, oh, it's one of these. Oh, you know what this is,
You wanna make a motion for it later?
I'll fill it out at home over the
Do you
weekend.
want to make a motion to approve the general?
Yeah, why don't we do that? Actually, let's do this. So I'll fill out, so it's gonna say from Granby Conservation Commission, applicant, Granby Conservation Commission, property owner, Town of Granby. Was it Town of Granby or Granby Conservation? Who's the owner of Forge
I
Pond?
don't think it really matters. I
All
think
right.
it's conservation.
I'll put
Commission's the owner.
conservation, okay. I'm gonna put title and date of plans, I'm gonna put none. I'm gonna put,
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
Why is that Springfield?
because there's a problem with the way DEP does their DOC
Word
files.
docs.
Yeah, I'm gonna type in remove water chestnuts using either mechanical or hand pulling.
I think it's just hand pulling.
Yeah, and we got the map and parcel, I think it was 14 map,
Yes.
whatever it was.
14.
Yeah, whatever it is, okay. Now determination, I'm gonna give this a, let's see. I'm gonna give this a -2. So it is an area subject to protection, but will not dredge, fill, or alter the area. Therefore, work does not require filing of a notice of
Is
intent.
that your motion?
Yes. You guys agree with that?
Yep. I
Okay.
make a motion that we do a -2 for the Forge Pond Water Chestnut RDA.
Very good.
Second. All in favor?
Aye. Okay, so I'll fill out the paperwork. I'll take
So
care
that
of
was concerning the water chestnut removal
Yeah.
of that Forge Pond.
it. Yeah, good. I'm glad you guys
So
remember.
we'll get that started, so anybody who's going to be working on that project will need to have that permit in hand. And supposedly there's a group of local residents who will be doing that.
Yeah, you know, I contacted the Boy Scout guy from last summer. He hasn't gotten back to me, so
That's fine.
that's fine too. Okay.
7:36. Next meeting's at seven
Yeah,
forty-five.
now we have, is anyone here from Mike Lottie? Is Mr. McCarthy here? Come on up, sir.
You wanna wait on that, or just hear it out of, it's at seven
Oh,
forty-five?
it is, oh,
Well, that Munson Ridge is at seven.
oh, no, that's a different, that's Munsing Ridge.
Munson Ridge is 7:45.
Yeah.
Also at 7:45 is, no.
Yeah, why don't we do you guys on the solar project? Come on up.
Yeah, because that's an enforcement.
Right, yeah, this is the enforcement order. Yeah, Mike sent you up, thank you.
You're Richard?
That's, Manny, who's the neighbor next door, Manny Marks.
229.
Okay.
229.
Okay, have you guys spoken?
We spoke quickly.
Okay.
I apologize for coming in late to this.
Okay,
But Mike had sent out a drawing for the swale.
okay.
And I'm here to answer any other questions.
Oh, good, he put some elevations on. Oh, it's good to know. May I see that?
Sure.
You did send along the PDF format also.
Oh, good, see, I haven't seen this yet. But why don't we look at that? Here, Brenda, get over there. Yeah, take one and look at that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, good, here it is here too. That's
If
nice.
you need a chair, guys, pull
No,
up a chair.
just,
Yeah, I know, it's-
from me, and I don't want to trip on these cords.
Yeah, I've done that before, believe me.
Not fun.
I know.
So what's basically going on is, when we built the site back in 2016, water would come and go through the
Yep,
culverts.
yep.
3 years later, the water is not doing that. So we want to put this swale in to push the water down here. We're going to add a culvert and then just tie into existing culverts.
This road is your road?
Yes, this is our road.
Where's the property line? Is it here?
Well, that's kind of questionable. That's the problem. I think it's actually,
Property line is gotta be,
Well, they show this one as a property line here.
you know, the property line gotta be about there.
here, let me, here, I'll get this, hold on.
Gotta be about
Ed, you think they're
Is
gonna
it
need a
right of
formal
way, or do
easement?
you own where the road is?
So I believe it's a right of way. I don't believe we own it.
Okay.
Let's find this, hold on.
This is all Westover development land,
Yes,
Right.
yeah, I know that,
so we are just
Yeah.
leasing land from
yeah,
them.
Well, you need to know where his boundaries are,
yeah.
probably.
Well, the road's installed.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that,
But I don't know if this is on Manning's property or
Yeah.
the,
Ed, this is what Mass GIS depicts. Again, we know how accurate Mass GIS is. Answer's not real, but look, there you go. It looks to me is, now is that road,
no, that's the other one.
Is that the other guy's road?
That's the driveway where
That goes
the
to
gentleman
the
is
other
building the
house.
house.
all right, let's go to the ortho image then. Yeah, you're right, it is, okay. So your road is here,
Yeah, right, you can see
yeah,
it.
actually, I can put it up on the big screen.
No,
I might have enough
So what
battery
is
left
this
for
one?
about 10 minutes.
So we need to know where the property lines are, because
Well,
I don't think he wants,
but if we have to go
This
through all
on
kind of
his
easements
property,
and stuff,
right?
this is never gonna
Well,
get done.
I,
I don't know where it goes, where we
again,
put it.
how did the road get put in?
That's a good question.
If,
I was shocked when there was a road that appeared, because I flagged that wetland with
well, I
Dan Nietzsche.
understand that, but I'm saying, is the road on property owned by Westover Metropolitan, or is it on land owned by others? I don't know.
Yeah, because the
I would think
the
they would
former
have-
ditch was in is under the road.
Yeah.
I would have thought that would have been figured out when they designed this thing, where the property line was and how they get access to it.
Yeah, according to this, that solar access road is on Manny's property. Yeah,
But how could that, yeah.
this can't be right. Well, you never know.
Do you
though,
know?
you? You never
Manny,
know.
if that road is on your property?
Again, too bad this doesn't work.
Okay.
So the GIS map is either wrong.
Yeah, well, they're pretty notorious for being wrong,
In fact, they're
Well-
about 350 feet.
yeah.
I don't think we're here to solve property line
No,
issues.
it's right.
Well, we just wanna know where that
Well, it's
swale's
too
gonna
bad
go.
that's
Yeah,
not working.
it's gonna be up against the road, the existing gravel road.
Yeah, let's just get the swale dealt with. Not that we don't wanna forget about the property lines, but we're
It's not
gonna
our
have to, yeah,
jurisdiction.
let's
Nothing to do
not,
with us.
even though Ed's an RLS, but that's okay.
What's that?
It is easy to see.
Yeah,
So the solution to this issue is a new swale basically along the,
What's the depth of the swale?
The
I
only
can try to
solution
figure
we
that out.
got is the water, before the water going this way
yeah,
and to somewhere there.
So it's 2 horizontal, 1 vertical.
Then when they doing a driveway,
Yeah.
they raise them, they stop the water to go.
Mhm.
Now, the best way
Mhm.
is open the trench like that
Mhm.
and cross them for
Mhm.
the drainage
Mhm.
is the best way.
Mhm.
So the one in red is
Existing.
existing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Is that going to be modified, cleaned? You got an inverter 174, and it looks like it must dump out into an open.
This is the one they put them in. I think
Well,
put
it's
them in
existing
too high.
coordinating,
Right.
ADS.
Actually, I think that is actually under the road. I think it is not.
This is under the whole,
Right,
Yeah.
we were gonna tie in right here to the existing
Yeah.
and then expose.
The problem is there's no manhole here, there's no turning.
manhole
It's
is,
just a pile
you gotta be
trap
put it
rock.
like a 12 inches pipe
yeah.
for crossing.
The
And
ne-
that one, this is 8 inches, but it's about 16 inches higher.
Mhm.
They don't let the water go because it's too high.
Mhm.
This green line represents the start of the new trench.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is about that nucleus, yeah.
Does it,
So the elevation
Do we
here
have-
is probably be around 174, I'm guessing.
Something, you're right.
This can come down here, take almost a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, well, I didn't record yet.
172.
They don't need
Well,
nothing.
hold on, that doesn't make any sense.
What's the length here? So if that's 174.1, that's gonna be around 174-ish. And 172, so let's call it 174, 172, that's 2-foot drop in.
They cannot drop nothing, it's gotta be put level,
Well, hold on,
180
something
feet,
doesn't make any
200
sense
feet.
here.
yeah.
What is this profile? Where is this profile? That's AA prime. Where's AA prime on the sketch?
It's gotta be this thing
That's 160 feet long, right?
here. Yeah, well, that's what I figured out.
Okay, all right, you're right though. Well, the bottom of this, according to this sketch, is about 173.5, right?
And you're coming in at, that's the bottom, that's the strap rock.
Yeah, yeah. But bottom of swale, bottom
174.
of swale,
Like I
yeah,
said,
yeah,
174.
yeah,
You're hitting 172.
yeah.
It's a 2-foot drop and 160.
Which is 1.25%.
They cannot have a 2-foot drop, not even 1 foot.
Some of these elevations, this is
What's
not-
wrong
this is
with the
not
2-foot
correct.
drop?
That's not correct.
We'll see what's happening here.
Yeah, what's this pipe now?
Well, that's the one crossing here.
Oh, I see, okay.
But now you've got, what is this, 175 down to 172. It's a 3-foot drop.
And
That should match that, does that match?
They-
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be this thing.
they gotta put it level. They can't-
This is confusing, putting the second line, I don't know.
Well, that's the trap rock.
This is
Yeah,
about.
but the trap rock shouldn't be below the bottom of the swale. How can it be below the bottom of the swale?
It's the-
They're lining it.
yeah.
Oh, I see, okay, maybe it is, okay.
It's a strap rock.
All right, okay, so it's the bedding of the swale.
46 inches.
so are they lining that,
Yeah, yeah.
Bill?
Hmm?
Is there gonna be a liner or anything?
That was a
No, no,
shot.
no. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even use the trap rock. I would just cut a swale and just let it grow in naturally.
Yeah,
But the thing, Mike wanted to minimize the excavation by using a 2-to-1 slope. See, which is 26 degrees, it was 26 degrees from the horizontal.
so about
It's
yeah.
two horizontal to 1 vertical, right? We actually should specify that, because I've seen this before in plans, and people do 2 vertical and 1 horizontal, and they end up in trouble.
Do we have a cross-section of the swale?
Right there would be the closest thing right there.
And that's not drawn to scale, but that's okay. We'll clarify that when we approve this. So.
Like, is it oval or is it a V like that?
No, it's a V swale, it's a V swale. Who's gonna do the work, Mike, physically? Who's they gonna have?
It's probably gonna be a contractor, EW Sykes out of Athol.
Okay.
He's third generation site contractor.
Because they had this T&M outfit out of Springfield do this pipe.
Right.
And I know those guys, and I guess Mike directed them to do it. We thought it was gonna be a temporary measure. but
See, I
obviously
wonder
it
if that type of swale is gonna work for the amount of flow coming off there.
Listen, a flat.
Is there a-
Listen, a flat swale would work. If you get enough head on one side, water's gonna flow, believe me.
Right.
So I'm not worried about the
The
pitch of
thing
the
is gonna
swale.
be level. They don't get much,
As long as you lose the water off your tree.
Yeah.
You don't know the elevation of the terrain where your trees are, do you? Too bad we don't know that.
Take
No, it's
Google
not.
Earth.
Well, I'm on Google.
basically, they don't get all of this water. They don't get any elevation.
Let me go to the Google elevations just for fun to see how accurate they might be.
They're usually pretty close, not dead on, obviously, but.
Yeah, I think conceptually this is fine. I just hope this gets implemented.
I mean, once it's approved, we'll get it.
Oh, yeah, but I think there's some inconsistencies, and we gotta check those. We gotta make sure we don't have any inconsistencies in the sketch, because otherwise that's gonna create cloudiness when it goes to be installed. So we're gonna have to look at that.
I don't know.
First of all, so elevation, bottom of swale at the beginning point is 174.1. So let's go to the project
So
and
it's
see
gonna
what we
have
get.
4 to 6 inches of
Let's see. what we
trap
got.
rock.
Let's see what we got here.
There's no real cross-section of the swale, what the swale is going to look like.
Yeah, I kinda asked Mike to provide that, but I think, again, there's a not to scale cross-section. Hold
Yeah,
on
well,
one second.
I definitely want a,
If you want a scale drawing, we can have him do that. All right, let me, okay, here's Manny's trees.
cross-section.
Well, according to Google,
They, like between the top and the bottom, the mass like.
according to Google,
4 or 5 inches.
elevation 267, 267, 267, your parking lot's 268, the road is 266. I
So
don't-
the datum could be different.
Yeah, it's probably
It's
the,
not on- it's not
it's NA.
Can you check this area here?
2019 or something,
In here?
on- Sorry.
267, he's off by about 100 feet, so it must have just been a blunder.
Or it's an assumed elevation, that's all.
What do you call that, Ed? Scribner's error, is that what it's called?
No, I think it's an assumed elevation at this point.
But usually you assume 100.
What's the,
some of our-
what's the,
Yeah,
wa-
I know.
what's the water here?
We would have taken the topos off of our existing civil drawings that we had from the project,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
we did a pre-construction site survey,
yeah,
so.
I would, yeah.
all right,
Uh,
whatever. Let me look at this.
Bill,
I think we need a
Let me-
cross-section
let me
of the
look at-
swale.
give me 5 minutes to look at this carefully.
You're with Innovation.
Do you work for Mike? Are you Mike's employee?
Mike and I, no.
You're a 1099 guy?
No, Mike and I are partners.
Or you guys are partners in the company,
What-
Don't tell Mike I wrote it.
okay.
So your company is a site civil?
No, we are the solar engineering procurement construction contractor.
Okay.
So we sub out to a site surveyor, professional
Sure.
surveyor, to do our pre-construction site survey.
Okay.
Then we had T&M do the site work on all 5 of these solar projects. We have our A contractor is a guy, EW Sykes out of Africa,
Okay,
who
so-
we used to do this.
Let's back up a little. Is Mike who drew this up? Did Mike drew this up?
It's Mike and one of our CAD Pro people.
PE or site PE
Mike is an LSP,
LSP?
yes.
That's a
That's a
license.
hazardous waste, that's a
Site-
hazardous waste guy. He's a haz waste specialist.
So,
Can you have a civil stamp this?
that's where I'm going with
That's right,
because
too. This is an
12
enforcement
inch-
order.
Well, this 12-inch line might not be adequate.
I know
This-
that, I know that.
Even though this guy's got a 12-inch line here,
I know that. I know that.
the problem is, yeah, conceptually, like you said, Bill, it works conceptually, but who's the backer?
That's what I mean. I'm just afraid, this is under an enforcement. Everyone wants this to get done, but if this thing goes south,
No good deed goes unpunished.
that's exactly right.
Well,
So
eventually.
so do you have a civil that works for you? You got civil guys that
Yeah,
work
well,
for
we
you.
sub it out, we don't
Yeah.
have civil engineers on
Understood.
staff.
Could you maybe have a civil review this and then seal it?
Well, and I want a cross-section of that swale.
All right, I think that's fair.
He's good.
You know, I hate to delay this thing, but I think, like you say, I've seen the no good deed goes unpunished. It happens way too frequently.
What is the issue? The other potential solution would be to remove the road to grade, below grade,
Yeah, but for do that,
but then let the water flow.
it's gotta,
its
for
own
do
path.
that, for do that, it's gotta be, take a lot.
Well,
of
it was a
rock out
vegetated
there.
swale.
The
I
easy-
know it was. That's why I don't
The
like the
easy
trap.
way and the good way is open the.
I'd rather see a wider swale without the trap rock. It'd save you guys money too.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Bill, they have other access points to this property.
I know that.
This is the only access
Yes.
point?
Mm-hmm.
So, we were told there was other access points.
That's what I heard.
There's-
Well, I think,
Well, there may be other accesses, but it's not cleared in.
yeah, from a practical point of view, I think they could use the neighbor's road, but if the neighbor said, stay off of my property, then these
Which
guys
is,
are in trouble.
we tried to do that
Yeah,
when we did the project,
yeah.
and he was very upset because, he bought the property and then he found out the solar array was going in there.
Yeah.
So he didn't, I mean, trust me, we've worked with him on,
Yeah, I know.
during construction,
Yeah, I know.
and we've paid him a ton of dough to give us access and everything else, but he won't let us use the driveway
Yeah.
on an ongoing basis.
But like the electric, the Western Mass Electric or National Grid, don't they come in and they'll put the roads in, and eventually they'll come across an area that's a wetland, they won't fill the wetland.
Oh, they'll put a swamp mat across
Just
it.
drive
Oh,
over
yes.
it.
Oh, they'll just drive over it, yeah. They
But I'm
could-
just saying, if you
I
get
hear
this
you.
road down to grade,
Yeah,
below
Yeah,
that
but
flow line.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Because how many times are we accessing this place?
We access it, probably 4 to 6 times a year, unless something.
For
goes
maintenance,
wrong.
yeah,
Right,
just to
right.
check things out, yeah.
But if the road is brought down in elevation so that the water can now flow as it used to flow to original conditions, and it's hard pack underneath that road, at least you can still
Oh, I see.
travel.
So you're saying make the road elevation essentially the bottom of the stream.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
good
but-
sense.
And then
Yeah,
they're
but
only
for-
accessing it.
For do that, they got a lot of tons for take out of that.
We got a lot
The
of,
easy way,
lot
the
of
good
fill
way,
road.
Yeah, but you don't have to remove the whole thing.
Right.
You can remove a pretty good, you can lower a good part of that and then leave the back piece in or whatever.
I just remember it was a
the easy
vegetated
way
ditch.
and the cheapest way is open the trench. Because even if they take the hole, drop the hole, I believe it's going to, gotta be all the way down.
You know, I'd like to see the,
I like the way they.
yeah, I like the trench. I would like to see it wider, shallower slope and forget
Yeah.
the trap rock.
Like
Yeah.
about.
Forget your
2 feet
trap
at the
rock, you're
bottom.
gonna save a lot of money,
3
but you will
feet
have
at
more
the bottom.
material. You will have some more spoils you gotta get rid of.
Yeah,
Or they have the whole back area.
Getting the material isn't
Okay, okay. Does that make sense to you?
So you want no trap rock, you want a wider swale.
Wider swale,
Shallower
shallower
swale.
slopes, yes.
You wanna see a cross section,
Yeah,
and you want a stamp on it.
yeah, I think that's
I
fair.
think that would be covering.
I think that would be prudent. That would be prudent.
Okay.
You might argue it's overkill, but I think in this case, it's just prudent.
Yeah, I'd rather see it just, vegetated like it was.
Because the velocities are not.
No,
shouldn't be that fast.
Listen, all those plants are gonna come in on their own. Within a year, it's gonna look beautiful, believe me. All those
I already buy-
plants.
I already buy the plants.
Today, and I'm amazed at how
It
much
is,
it's
it
going
is.
on.
Those plants are gonna go like a rocket.
Okay.
I already buy the plants I needed, but I cannot wait that long.
Okay.
Well, can
And
I
I
ask,
cannot put them on because it's, I only open like a foot, then it's water. Not even a foot. It's water, the plant's not surviving there.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. McCarthy.
Can I ask for continuance to your May 28th?
Yes, of
This
course.
2019 meeting?
Do you think you might be able to have this done by then, finished up, stamped, everything?
I will have it done, because I'm not gonna be involved with it. I'm gonna put it on Mike's desk in the morning and tell
Okay.
him what to do.
Okay,
And then I will have him contact
okay.
the board to let him know what his schedule can be to get it done. And then once, assuming that we get approval at the next meeting, then we will give,
It's maybe we
Our
gotta wait
schedule.
for another
Fair
2
enough.
weeks.
See, this water table is very high out here. So I remember when we flagged this out here. I don't know if those permit markers are in there. Are those permit markers
Yeah,
back there?
I remember Kevin Brooks put in some stream crossing with LeMate back here.
Right there.
See what happened because of the
Oh, yeah.
backwater? See, that pond has formed as a result of the backwater from this situation. That
No,
is
no,
brand
that's
new.
always
That is
been,
brand
no,
new.
it was always there.
Really?
Yeah, it was there. That's, see, you can see the ditch.
Mm-hmm.
That,
I think, man, he's asking to see if we can drain as fast.
I know, he wants to drain rapidly,
How,
Yeah.
there's really no way we can drain it right now.
unless he puts some pumps in, which is a pain in the neck.
no, we can't drain the pond. That
No,
pond's
no,
been
not the
there.
pond. We're talking about.
He wants to lower the water table around his fruit
There's
trees.
apples.
Yeah,
Right.
because there's little trees
So
here.
long as the ditch is, the swale is low enough, it should.
But it's not doing, well, yeah, we're gonna get to that point.
but you're not giving me permission to put a swale in until I come back in 2 weeks.
Right.
And he's looking to drain the water.
See, I'm wondering if we could expedite that
Right,
somehow.
well, right now, the water table's high everywhere.
Right.
So,
We've had 40 days of rain.
yeah,
For the
so,
last-
I agree.
we can't control nature, so not all of this is because of that swale situation either.
Understand.
We have just huge amount of rain, and that's gonna be more and more of a problem.
See, the problem is we can't act on this out of meeting. That's the
No.
problem.
No, we come back on the meeting, next meeting.
Well,
In an ideal world, if you guys could get this done in like 2 or 3 days, and we could give you, see, the problem is then we'd have to hold another public hearing, that's the problem.
No,
don't-
give them the 2
I don't
weeks and they come in for
do
the
you have to,
meeting.
because this is enforcement? We,
I think since it requires an approval, that's a good point, though, maybe,
how soon,
could you get this to us in like 4 days, the stamp drawing?
Well, he'll just let us know when he has it
I
done.
mean, I'll talk, Mike deals with all the engineers.
let's,
And then who should Mike contact? Just email off the entire board?
I know the response today was, I responded to the email from Mike,
Right.
and I'm looking forward to Kathy sending it to me. But yeah,
Email
we're all
them.
working people,
Yeah.
so.
No, I know, I know.
Yeah, because I communicated with
sit on
Mike a
planning
couple of
board.
times, of course.
Well,
Because I'd like to see this,
let's put it this way, Bill, at minimum, it's gonna be, or at the, furthest out will be the next meeting. on
well, the next question is,
28.
say we gave you approval in 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Is a guy in Athol ready to go the next morning?
He's probably gonna schedule.
Possible.
Probably
I
not,
mean,
probably
No,
not.
because there's not a lot of equipment required for
Yeah.
this.
No, not
And,
much.
and as long as he can get in there without making a bigger mess than when he started because of the ground conditions, if it dries up a little bit, yeah.
That's the next question. Is he gonna dig it with a backhoe with a wrist twist, or how's he gonna do
Probably,
this?
actually, quite honestly, probably do it with a mini.
Really?
Yeah, this isn't
So,
tremendous
okay, so,
amount.
so he'll straddle the trench with a mini excavator and work backwards. They could do that,
Side.
yeah.
If they start from manhole where the water goes, going like, I don't know, maybe 40 feet, not even, and then make like a if they doing this one, put the pipe on, keep digging, This way.
I would work upstream on this, wouldn't you? I would
You're
work
going-
upstream, not downstream,
take
work
up to
upstream.
the water, not come from a water.
Yeah, I would start on the south side and work north.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I thought you were saying,
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no, no, no,
no,
oh, no,
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 you get all
no,
this
no.
water coming at you.
No, that's what I'm saying, no, you're gonna work upstream, not downstream.
That's great for, because if the dry from the top,
Right.
the
Yeah,
water. no
Cause you're
matter
gonna
what-
release that water on the top, it's
Yeah.
gonna be like a dam break.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I seen somebody.
if release the water,
Work the
Right.
wrong direction.
Bulldozer got stuck in the
It's
end.
a friggin' mess.
No, I'm not
But
looking.
if you could expedite, I think we
will
can
get the
work
plans.
something.
I will
Yeah.
get.
If you could have the
sent-
electronic plans and maybe a FedEx set sent to us pronto, maybe we can get this.
All right, I will do what we can. I can't control, I mean, we have one engineer, a civil.
I
who's
know, no,
doing-
I hear you.
Working quickly for us. We
I
have
know,
two other
I know,
guys that
I
are
know,
dragging their feet.
I hear you.
All right, well, let's continue it to,
The 28th.
yeah.
We will get you as much information as quickly as we can, and then we will ask how you want to go about doing the resolution.
That sounds good. Thanks for coming
No
in.
way
I know you drove a long way to get here.
No way they're doing something for the water go away, because I already got the trees, and the trees cost $50 each.
How many trees do you have?
I'm buying 6, but 2 more is going to be dying.
I'll pay you for the trees.
Yeah, but I like, have a good thing done.
I know, but I don't want you with dead trees, and I think Mike had already told you that we would take care of the
Yeah, I
trees.
know, it's
So,
over there.
we want to do it right. Unfortunately, someone said we can't control Mother Nature, and, you know, to get in there, and if we dig it while it's really wet, we're just gonna make a bigger
That's
mess.
right, that's right.
And we're not gonna form the tree.
But either ways, for wait for the be dry, gotta be wait maybe 3 months.
No. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna get a we're gonna get a drawing, we're gonna get it to the board. The board is going to come up with a resolution. The worst case is it will be approved in 2 weeks. Maybe they can
That's
find a
right,
mechanism
that's
to
right,
approve it
that's
sooner.
right, that's
If they
exactly
can't,
right.
then we will get our site guy out there as soon as we possibly can and take care of it.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't tell you it's gonna be Thursday at 2:30 because,
all right,
you know, they may not approve it till Friday,
okay.
so.
I think in concept, for the record, I think in concept, with the necessary changes, the board we do intend on approving it with the necessary changes
That's
I don't, yeah, there's no,
and having it sealed.
it's not, this is pretty solvable.
It's a very simple problem, you're right, I hear you.
Unfortunately, it's
All right.
just that-
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Watch your
Mike.
step, guys. Thank
Okay,
you.
all the best.
What was your name? What's your
Richard-
name?
Richard
Richard.
McCarthy,
Richard.
I signed it.
Yeah, thank you. Richard.
Okay, Richard, thank you.
Okay, that's 8 o'clock, we have to go to 7:45.
We gotta come back in.
Munson Ridge, you wanna talk
Yeah,
about that?
Well, let's read it in, I guess. 7:45, Munson, notice of intent filed by Mike Pio, PC Development LLC for proposed construction of a residential subdivision and associated stormwater management structures. The roadway will require a wetland fill and open channel crossing with regards to property located on Carver Street, known as map 16B.
Okay, these are actually two different things.
Understood.
Yeah.
That's, so we're gonna, no, is anybody here for Mike Pio Development? No?
The land donation is pursuant to the old notice of intent, which was never closed out. So last week I had a phone conversation with Dave Follis of DEP. He explained the rationale behind the land donation program as far as a mitigation measure. Wants it fee simple, so Conscom will own the piece of land. However, I did note, as Wenda had pointed out some time ago, that there was some testing that had to be done. And Dave wasn't aware of that. There was some environmental testing pursuant to the old order of conditions.
Oh, yeah, all that water
Yeah,
testing.
That's right, and I said we'd be happy to do the land donation if they do at least some of the environmental testing. So I think one set of environmental quality analyses should be done as part of this. And then that'll be it.
Was that because the septic tank that was, or the septic fields were leaking?
And, yeah, and the chemicals going into that perennial stream. So there's not supposed to be any pesticides or anything
Fertilizers.
used, yeah.
Was that part of the,
Order conditions,
order
yes.
conditions?
So
on
does the order
subdivision?
conditions stick with that
It should,
forever, right?
it should.
Yeah.
Well, that's a deed restriction with regards to the pesticides and fertilizers. Was the pesticides and fertilizers to be applied by professionals under certain guidelines, or the homeowners?
I think it
couldn't
was
do
none used,
None on the whole project.
yeah. the
Again, we'd
subdivision.
have to read the language. We
Yeah.
had it at one time.
It was supposed to have monthly water testing,
Yeah, well, I don't know
but
if
that,
that's.
that never happened.
But at least one round of testing. Let's get
Right.
one round of testing.
Testing, yeah.
Let's get our land, we'll own the land.
There's
that'll
two
be it.
specific places they were supposed to test the water.
Okay,
That's fine.
all right. So anyway, that takes care of the first notice of intent. And now as Ed read the second one by Mike Pio, that's gonna move forward, so apparently
Mike
nobody's here
Pio?
for that. Yeah,
Oh, all right.
well, it's Pio, it's Ludlow Construction, Mike Pio, that's their company.
Oh, I thought that was, Mike Pio was the one with the solar.
No,
Road.
no, that was Michael Lotti, that was
Oh, all
Michael
right,
Lotti.
okay, all
Michael
right,
Lotti.
okay. Where is this area? Is this the old Munson Ridge entrance or a different entrance?
This one's the new one near near the electric transmission lines. Here's
See,
the power lines up here.
I have no idea where it is.
Yeah,
We're heading towards
is that
Belcher
is
Town.
that the land we're gonna
You go
gain
past
on?
Munson Ridge,
Okay.
do around the curve corners, and you're heading up.
I don't
just
think
before
I've
the
ever
Sportsman's
been.
Club.
Oh, you do have it.
Up there.
Oh, you do have it.
Near the
That's
town
good.
line.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Oh, you do, oh, she did print it out. Oh, so we're gonna get two big parcels then?
Well, one's 2
2.1.
acres and one's 8.
Yeah, well,
So is there wetlands there or anything?
oh, there's tons of wetlands. Look at it, it's all wetland. There's the wetland markers right here. It's all
Okay.
wetlands. Oh, yeah. Good. I said good, but I don't know. We lose tax revenue, but we got a piece of land, so it's great.
Well, we have to discuss what are the benefits to it.
Yeah.
What are the benefits to
None.
us? We're picking up liability. Someone gets hurt,
Wow.
right? But,
Get hurt walking down the street.
yeah, I know. Again, if we're in eastern Mass, if we're in Lexington and we picked up 8 acres of wetland, we'd say hooray. But out here, the town owns so much land at this point, it's absurd.
I don't know why this just doesn't go into the association, and the association is responsible for maintaining or maintaining it as a natural habitat and pays the taxes on the property.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the benefit to the town.
I think Follis's argument was, as part of the mitigating measure, it's acceptable to DEP to convey land to a commission as part of the mitigation measure. Which means if
I'd rather
if we
see
did
them
not-
take,
if we
get
did
rid
not-
of invasive species
Well,
out
I
of the
know, but if we
property
did not
or something.
absorb that land, that would be not permissible as a mitigating measure.
Because they can't build on it anyways,
Can't
it's
build
what?
on
I know, of course, I realize.
So we get 8 acres, of which maybe a half acre is dry.
Right, right.
So,
A lot of
yeah,
mosquitoes.
if I was the developer, I'm gonna say, yeah, that's a good deal.
Of course it is,
Right?
of course it is,
Yeah.
of course it is,
Um,
of course it is. But anyway, that's their proposal.
And
What
that's,
about the town selectmen? And what is their take on something like that? We accepted, but I'm guessing the town selectmen have to either endorse that.
Actually, who owns the land now? That's the question. Let's see who owns that land right now.
I mean, I don't mind taking open space if it's not all swamp. If half of it's swamp and half of it's upland, I see that as a good thing. If 80% or 90% swamp and no uplands,
I know,
what's the purpose?
I know. We've been over this before. Okay, Carver Street. Let's see here. Let's go up the hill. Here it is. Yep, it's all wetland according to
so,
that.
but that's the
That's the
existing,
old one.
that's the old one.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's see who owns the land. Is it?
No, but that's
That's it.
not what they're giving
It's
us.
this way, Bill.
It's the new one.
Pan this way, there you go, keep going,
Keep going,
There you go.
we're coming out over there.
Oh, it's the new road then.
It's the new one.
Oh, wait,
Does it, do we know where the river is
oh, it
in
is- let's see,
relationship?
Let me see that. Oh, that's the proposed road.
Well, according to this, there's no riverfront. There they show a stream.
What is this?
That's a detention
That's your
pond.
basins, okay. Oh,
No, there's no river showing. Interesting.
There's a good-sized culvert that crosses that road right in
Yeah.
there.
now where's the town line? Is that the town line right
I
there?
think it is.
Oh, that is the town line. Okay,
Oh,
so that
can we
is-
figure, did you say there was,
There's the power lines.
okay.
Yeah, okay. Actually,
So click on that.
let's just go to this. Yeah, there's the power line cut right here. Yeah, that's where I walked with the other guy a a couple of months ago.
Did you see the brook? Do you remember?
Oh,
seeing it?
yes, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, I see, okay. Well, that's right, because that's Kathy's house, right? And it's Mary and Stewart, the Stewart's house, and that's the other one.
Now, click on this, it's gotta be appeal development anyways, but
Let's try that. Yep, PC development, that's it. It's 19
So-
Carmelina.
So, that's why I'm wondering where the river is in there.
it'll show up under their report. We'll fine tune this and,
Because if there's a river there, yeah, well, we don't know anything about what they're doing
Well,
with that
Actually,
subdivision.
go to the terrain. Yeah, see,
is that now,
yeah, but the terrain, the resolution on the terrain is lousy, that's the problem. But actually, this is kind of informative, because again, you got that huge hill.
Yeah, that's a good drop.
They're gonna negotiate, that's a hell of a change in elevation. I think that's 700, Ed, and this is 600. That's a 100-foot change.
It's a good drop.
Oh, yeah,
So it's not showing the brook on that one, right?
no,
That's just a relief.
but let's go back to the, this one. See, it does show the brook here.
All right.
Actually, the brook's being fed from Belchertown. Whoops, excuse me.
Well, I don't know how you guys feel about the donation. I'll,
I'm lukewarm on it.
yeah, I am too,
Yeah,
but,
what the heck can we do? What can we do? Can't say no.
Well, I just wonder, so
Because
is
we can say no.
this road on this side then,
no,
of the brook? Where's that
it
road?
comes right through here.
So they're doing a crossing.
You've got a culvert right here. See the culvert?
Oh, all right.
So,
You wanna table this and talk about it again?
we're not signing a deed right now.
Yeah, why don't we just continue this discussion?
Because,
There's
yeah,
nothing- you don't have to
because
really
we
do
haven't even
anything.
approved the subdivision. I don't know if I want them crossing that.
Yeah,
Alright.
they have to.
Why can't they go through here and avoid it?
You're gonna cross it at one point, according to this map here.
Yeah, I don't know how this keys into this, I don't know.
Well-
This swamp here is this swamp here.
Right.
Really?
They're showing this culvert here, which is probably that thing, that stream, so it's not very accurate, that GIS.
It stinks.
It's
Yeah,
close,
can I
but
look
not-
at that a little more?
Sure.
This used to, let's go scroll down.
Now, they,
So we don't know where the culvert is crossing the road then?
on Carver, or the new one?
Which wetland,
Hold it.
this here?
Now, see,
Where
see,
the-
see,
the-
see where
the-
see where my cursor is, when I think the road kinda goes like this. I think it kinda goes like this.
It's gotta come up and
Yeah, and I
negotiate that.
think it kinda goes around like that, and it kinda comes in like that, I think.
Well,
Again,
that's why I'm asking, is it crossing a wetland or the river?
I couldn't tell you, because I can't read that plan.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's bordering vegetative, or if it's riverfront.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even looked at that wetland to,
We should bring Donnie Frederick in and chat with Don, that's all.
well, there's is an NOI here? Yeah, he's got an
Yeah,
NOI,
oh, yeah.
so
He'll present
the
it.
documents should be here.
Oh, yeah, yeah, if we can find them, they're in the back room.
We should have all that
Oh, yeah,
information
they're
here.
around somewhere. No, I hear
Because
you.
really, that's the only wetland crossing he has.
Mhm.
There were some other issues, I think, he had.
There's filling of some wetlands
Right,
and stuff.
Oh, you're right, the gray corridor, that's the
power line.
line easement, yeah.
I mean, as far as open space is concerned,
It's curious.
I wonder if this connects to that.
No, yeah, oh, yes,
See
it
that?
does, oh, it does, that flows that way, that definitely
Yeah.
flows that way, oh, yes, that flows that way.
I mean, are other parcels that are any of these parcels already dedicated as open space? As part of a, protected?
Yeah, it's like,
So,
This one is, this is open space, the green always is,
mm,
green's protected land.
but we don't have like property that's donated to us or anything.
Like you say, if we had, something connected to that. Actually, you know, it'd be good. Well, we can't do it, but it'd be good to get this parcel instead. But we don't own it, they don't own it, Pio only owns this one.
Well, we can talk about it.
Yeah, again, this
I'm
is
not-
gonna, like you say, why don't we not take action, because I think you got a good point, Ed, we gotta discuss this a little further, because like you say, just giving people swampland really doesn't accomplish a whole hell of a lot, particularly if it's not connected to anything. If it's
Because they have to
connected,
stay
that's
out
one
of
thing.
it anyways.
Well, that's right, if it's connected, then you can do a
Well, I
little
don't mind
nature
taking
walk.
wetland with some uplands that can be used for some,
Now, see
ave-
this,
Parking and-
see that is conservation land
I
right
think
there.
that's a sportsman's club.
That, oh, yeah, that's Sportsman's Club, you're right. And I guess all this stuff is, no, good point though, well taken.
So if it's connected to something and it helps with a corridor, like is any of this protected on the Belchertown side, you know? You gotta look at the big picture, you know?
I hear you,
Okay.
okay, very good.
All right, so I should, nation on land, I'll put, want to see benefit versus other spaces on property.
Mhm.
Connect to currently preserved areas or something. Or with uplands. Because you want to look at wildlife corridors and that
Mhm,
too.
mhm. See if there's natural heritage in there. Apparently not.
So see, like this corner might be useful because we have green there.
Mhm.
Well, we're not gonna make a decision on this tonight.
Right.
It's just three of us here. I would like Amanda and Patty
Mhm.
to be here.
Yeah, trails, let's see what trail, DCR routes and trails, bicycle trails, long distance trails.
All right, why don't we just go on
All right, what else we got tonight?
to, I believe,
DCR Forge Pond, old business?
are you here for Forge Pond?
Yeah, I'm Audrey Carr, I'm here on behalf of Friends of Forge Pond.
Oh, come on up.
Audrey?
Aubrey.
Are you gonna be working with the water chestnut
Yes. I
project?
will be.
Oh,
Yep.
because we just, actually voted on approving your water chestnut removal project.
Oh, great,
So I still have to type up the paperwork, but as
And
far
I-
as we're concerned, you're
yeah.
good to go.
okay.
And I got all those donations back there. I went to a special meeting
Mm-hmm,
up at the Fish and Wildlife.
okay.
That stuff's for you.
Uh,
Those buckets in the back, and
Oh,
gloves
right
and
there in the
all
door,
that,
okay.
and trash bags and stuff.
That's great, I really appreciate it.
So yeah, brief us on what you're gonna be doing.
For the
Yeah.
chestnut?
Yep.
So, in terms of what happened last year, when we, I think, what was that, July, August, we had volunteers, that came from Western New England University where I attend.
Mhm.
So two of my professors came and they helped. We had other people that I've known from Granby school system that I went to school with. They also joined us to help. And then Cynthia with a few people that,
Mhm, mhm.
Cynthia bought.
Of course, yes,
Yeah.
yes, you came, yes.
Yeah, so she was there and they brought several canoes and then we also supplied canoes. We ourselves have two and we have kayaks as well. So we basically just went out on the water with our life jackets and we had buckets just like those right there and trash bags and spent the whole afternoon and later morning just tackling the issue of the water chestnuts.
How many pounds of material do you suspect you pulled from the pond?
Over 800.
Wow. So do you just put it in the canoes, or do you have a john boat to put it in a flat bottom boat, or how do you do that?
No, we held all of the plants that were removed in the canoes.
Okay.
And then we just made trips back to shore.
Oh,
And we had some people on shore, their job was to take the bags and carry them to the woods by our house. It's well far away from the pond.
that's why Cynthia asked if, would you guys like to use a motor to expedite the transport of material?
That's right. I remember the last discussion that
Yeah,
was
remember
mentioned.
they asked that Ed last time?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
Well,
a
that guy
problem with that.
had a special,
Like a 5-horse motor
he
or
had a
something?
special mud motor that he
Really?
used.
That's-
But, that watershed council also has canoes that sometimes they can supply to
Okay.
people.
But if you guys would like to use a motor to
I would try to
speed things
contact
up,
that
that would be
group.
fine.
Okay.
I don't have their
There's no
contact
restrictions on
information.
boats.
Is it watershed?
Yeah.
It used to be Connecticut River Watershed, but it's not, it's some other name now.
Okay. All right. So I can borrow your phone.
Oh, sure.
Did Cynthia send you information?
Yes.
Okay.
Cynthia sent us information, but we also have like leftover from last year, videos for everybody who participates that they need to watch
Yep.
in terms of safety with canoes and life jackets.
Good,
Swimming,
of course,
how to,
of
if your
course.
canoe tips over, how to flip it back.
Of course.
So that was very helpful, and along with it, we need to have.
And there was
copies of
some group
paperwork.
that would supply liability insurance too. There was some organization they were talking about.
Now, folks that participate, they all can swim, everyone can swim?
Yes.
Okay, good, yeah, don't let even though non-swimmers can do stuff on the shore, maybe,
Right.
they can help on the shore,
Help
but,
with the bags.
yeah, but I wouldn't be comfortable allowing a non-swimmer on a
Well,
canoe.
there's still
Right.
life jackets.
Yeah, but even with a life jacket.
No, I understand that.
It's
Still
still,
worth it.
it's still sketchy, yeah.
And we usually have 2 to 3 people in the canoe. I think around 2 because of the room that all the weeds take up.
Yeah.
So that was good. We provide lunch for the whole day for
Good,
whoever
good.
joins us.
Good.
So, yeah,
So,
we
Bill,
turned it into a fun thing.
Yeah, of course, you make it fun, people.
So do you
show
have a
up.
date, a tentative date yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
have
So
they
Bill,
they come up
hopefully
yet?
we'll get this stuff done for next meeting on May
Maybe
28th.
it's 28th.
I'll have it done, I'll have the paperwork here.
Have they already flowered these water chestnuts, or are they just
They're probably just about.
getting ready to,
Yeah, they're
Really?
probably getting ready to fully bloom and,
and that's when you want to pick them at that point?
yeah.
Okay.
Did you sign the sign-in sheet?
Oh, no.
Sign-in sheet, if you could.
These are
So-
signed.
Yeah, like, twice in, I think the summer was the best thing to do.
Good to sign.
We get in the summer and then.
Oh, the sign sheet, it's buried under here. Right,
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
But I'll do that myself, I can type that up in 5 minutes, print it out.
We should have last time, I'm saying, just, it's the same thing as last time. If you find that in the, we need to get organized with respect to that.
Well, I do.
File by
I've
years.
got all those files. Yeah, but again, it's not, it would take me 5 or 10 minutes to find the paperwork, but I bet you I could find it. Was it 7/12/16, is that it?
Oh, I couldn't tell you the date.
Oh, you know what it was? I'd have to actually look at the
Could you
approved.
search your hard drive for water chestnut?
Yeah, so take those buckets, there's some bags there.
Okay. I can have, as soon as I speak with Dory Gollin, she's my.
Oh, yes, yes.
She wasn't able to make it tonight, but
Okay,
basically, she'll be the main person that will speak with to figure out dates, when a lot of people will pull. And I mean, also another question was, are we able to kind of leave like flyers out at the launch off of School Street?
Stapled, or
Yeah, like in a box by a tree or something, like would that be,
is there one there already?
that's a good question.
I thought there was some kind of bulletin board in that
Okay.
somewhere.
So it would be fine to post something about it?
Yeah, I would laminate something,
Okay.
that's
I don't
about
have
it.
an issue with that.
Yeah.
Put something somewhere on a,
We were talking about having an area that if any boaters, put some education material out there and then have a designated area away from the boat ramp in the woods there that people could, if they picked up material while they were out canoeing, they could put it in a designated
Oh, okay,
area
I see, yeah,
and put a sign, say, put chestnuts here.
here, yeah, if you see
Yeah.
these, take them, put them there. Okay.
Yeah,
That would work,
so,
great, so,
So Bill will have that the next meeting,
Yeah.
the approved.
I will. I'll do that.
and
Again,
I guess come back.
it's probably right in here, but it'd
Get
take
the
me too long to
get the-
find it.
Signed, permit, basically.
Order
keep
of
it with you.
conditions.
okay. Great,
Okay, thank you. And what's your name again?
Aubrey Carr.
Okay, Aubrey, thank you so much. Very, very good. Okay, we'll get that for you and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. But you guys are doing a noble cause. Thank you very much for doing that.
Absolutely, and it's a way to like learn about what's around us.
Oh, yeah,
too,
no,
you
no,
know,
that's
like all the
wonderful.
Critters out there.
Yep, good for you.
We
Good
were
for you.
lucky, like, well, the first day we were going to do it, the weather rained, so we postponed it.
Yep,
And it ended up a sunny day and it was perfect. So
yeah, good, wonderful,
great.
wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah. When was it last? 2016 Ed, or 17? I think it was 16. Again,
I tried to go through this
I'll
stuff.
find it. It's on the flash drive, and I didn't bring the flash drive tonight. Don't worry, this will be fine.
This is all the squeal stuff.
Okay, I guess that's it. Only other thing to report is Dave Collette.
Hold on, I'll just finish this up real quick.
Haven't talked to him, and the other fellow at Nick. The heck is his name?
The other guy who has the
NRB.
horse
Nick
farm.
Bernier. Nick Bernier with the guy that we've got to put the permanent markers in. Okay, batteries.
We
on
got
the
something here, real quick. I talked to Bill about this. I spoke with a, Carol at, I wanna say Carol Frosp, concerning the
Frost?
Mount Holyoke Range. I
Oh.
believe she's with, I don't know if it's Mass Wildlife or Endangered Species.
Oh, yeah, it was Natural Heritage.
Natural Heritage,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they found a spot that they want to enhance a wildlife, endangered species wildlife habitat, and it's near a vernal pool, and it's gonna involve some trimming and some stuff like that. Nothing, no earth movement or anything like that, but to allow the habitat to, the endangered species to take off or be a little more secure. So I told her we'd entertain that, and I don't see a problem with it if it's gonna help the habitat.
Right.
So she was going to either be here, I don't know if that was the lady that was here,
No.
that was not
Who
her.
was that lady that was here? Do you know?
No, there was a lady here that came and left.
And she
She
left.
left.
Yeah, I don't know who she was.
So
But
I told her that to come into the conservation, I couldn't make a decision. I couldn't tell her what to
yeah,
do
no,
as
that's
one
fine.
person.
But she's going to be managing it anyway, right?
Yeah, she is in
and
charge
they
of
know
it.
what they're doing. So,
So she wasn't sure whether she needed to file an RDA or just verbally tell us what
Just-
they're doing.
just do it.
And
I've worked a lot with Carol.
She works with Miss Deanne.
She's a botanist.
Oh, she's a
So-
botanist, and that she works with Miss Deanne's group then as a botanist. Okay.
so we'll deal with that at the next meeting, I guess.
Did she mention the critter involved?
No, she did. She doesn't want to
You want
release
to, yeah,
that.
you want to keep that secret. Okay. Sounds
Protect
good.
the environment,
Oh,
protect
yeah.
the endangered
Yeah.
species.
Could be a mountain lion.
A cougar. Yeah, I don't think it's that.
No. Okay. All right, I move we adjourn.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.